So I'm of this wheelhouse where I believe that the diversity, equity, inclusion efforts and branding and storytelling need to be woven into the actual brand identity so that it is cohesive, it's fluid, and not seeming like an afterthought to the people that it really matters to.
This year we've embarked on a big project with New Talent. It's one of our programs, and one of the key things that we wanted to ensure with that campaign and the recruitment of those individuals was that we were widening diversity in our organisation. So we looked for candidates from a vast range of backgrounds, so not just graduates, school leavers, people who'd been in the workplace already and had a bit of experience but were looking for something different, looking to progress their careers. We targeted a number of different job sites. We went out to local universities. We did all sorts of things, LinkedIn Live events, really trying to widen that. And I'm really pleased to say that we've seen some great results through that. It doesn't stop there. We need to carry on and do more in that space. We've just done a diversity in retail audit, which has given us some recommendations. And we're thinking about how we feed that through everything we do. So it's not a one-off initiative. It feeds through every single thing that we do every day.
One of the things that we're doing is a diversity MBA fellowship program. So what we offer is a fellowship program within BCG if you're doing an MBA, but then focus on specific audiences. So we just released an article in the Forbes about this, and I would definitely recommend you to check it out. It's focusing on the LGBTQ community, to engage with them more and being like, hey, we are an inclusive employer. We have great people internally who are not afraid to share their stories. And we share that externally, saying like, hey, this is what we have to offer. If you're part of this community, then feel free to join us. Besides that, we focus on ethnic and cultural groups as well. So we offer a fellowship for that. And we also offer a fellowship for women specifically, because, you know, they have different phases in life and different experiences. And it's just so good to connect with each other and make sure that you are in a room with like-minded people who have the same struggles.
The easy things are okay if it is, for example, Pride Month here recently in June. All right, let's look at, employees who are part of certain ERGs, if you have them. Reach out to them, create those stories, those videos, blogs, and then amplify that organically, pop that into your content calendar on your social platforms, and then amplify that on a paid level, get that going too. But also the next level is making that into or using that within employee advocacy. And by that, I mean, okay, if you have Bamboo, Everyone's Social, or you can get as basic as using Outlook, a Teams channel, a Slack channel, have them amplify that message, and you're good to go.
I believe recently there was a campaign about names and how some names are a little bit challenging or they never get pronounced the right way. And that's something that people with cultural ethnic names have struggled with for a long time. So there was a campaign where basically it was spelling out the phonic versions of names so that there's no longer that issue of not being able to pronounce it. You no longer have that excuse because now is this phonic pronunciation of this name on this person's LinkedIn profile where you really can't ignore it anymore. So I thought that was a really cool way of weaving in diversity, equity, inclusion efforts into the brand fluidity and identity.
We're really after diversity of thought as well, and I think diversity means so many different things and so many different pillars, but looking at it through the thought lens, and this is the important piece of talent from other industries who think differently. That's the value people can really bring to us, is they have the applied skills, they have the programming language, they have the intellect, but they've looked at it through a different lens, which perhaps we haven't considered before. And that diversity of thought, so we don't have that herd mentality of everyone running in one direction. We've got different people with different skills, different thought processes is absolutely key. So that's the panacea utopia that we're after.
You only know what you know. Don't be afraid to reach out to your stakeholders. Like someone like myself, I may have been in the space for 6 years, right? But I may know what works and what does not work, but they're gonna tell me something different, and something different that I found was unique is the assumption is, okay, we go to Romania. Romanian has to be the main language for the ads, or Serbian. it was far from the truth. It was, okay, listen, we're actually, if companies do that, they're looked down upon. So they don't value that brand. They value the ones who go English first, and then in the videos, they speak the local language.